Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups, and it's time for the weekly pop culture wrap-up. That's right, everybody. Thanks for checking out the video. I am Rockin Robbie Billups. This is the weekly pop culture wrap-up. It's the show where I go over the week's pop culture news, mostly comic books and movies. Let's get right into it with some exciting comic book news. Comics return this week officially. Tuesday, April 28th, we see the release of 3 reprints from DC and 2 original new comic books from DC. Daphne Byrne, number 4, and The Dreaming, number 20. I am madly trying to catch up on The Dreaming right now so I can read it and be able to cover at least 2 new comic books in print this week. So DC comic books are returning this week. Very excited for that. Diamond shouldn't be too far behind that, just a few more weeks out from that. In fact, in the UK, Diamond has announced that in the UK, for instance, they didn't get that last week of comics that we got here in the United States. They didn't get March 25th's books, so those are going to be finally releasing at Diamond UK on May 11th, excuse me. So this is really exciting. DC Comics coming back. The others not too far behind. DC has announced, though, that they are going to continue working with Midtown and DCBS as optional distributors for retailers in addition to Diamond. So they're going to be sticking around, at least as far as DC is going. Now, some shops have already started getting these books to go on sale this week, and they're showing pictures of the packaging, and we're seeing very nicely packaged books, very crisp and clean copies, bubble wrap, excessive amounts of bubble wrap. I don't know. This is a chance right now for these 2 companies to show how much more care and how much better packaging, and if they can add that in with some maybe like cost reductions and things like that, they could possibly be shaking up the idea that Diamond kind of has a monopoly on the market. Now, no other publishers are on board with this right now aside from DC, but DC has announced that they're going on with all 3 distributors available to retailers to work with. I think that's a cool idea. Maybe it's time for Diamond to really start stepping up their shipping game. If this continues, I'm eager to see what our books are going to be packaged like. We haven't gotten ours yet, but I'm very excited to check it out, and I think that better packaged books is always good for every aspect of the comic book industry. Absolutely, right? Donny Cates and Dylan Burnett have announced that they're working on a brand new independent comic book. It involves a sword. A lot of Donny Cates stuff involves sword, right? Dylan Burnett and Donny Cates worked on that Cosmic Ghost Rider series. That was phenomenal. They've had other work before. I really like Burnett's style. I loved his run on X-Force. That was a all too brief run on X-Force with Ed Brisson. I really did like that run. But I'm excited for this. It seems like Cates has got a lot of indie stuff on the horizon, so I'm getting very pumped and excited for that. Heavy Metal has announced a new imprint that's going to be digital first comic books, all new content, stuff like that. They're doing this to try to captivate on people turning more, maybe possibly towards digital as a result of the pandemic and shutdowns and all that kind of stuff, right? This imprint, though, is called Virus. That might be a bad idea. Venom 2 has an official name, Venom Let There Be Carnage. Why not just Venom Carnage? Let There Be Carnage? I think it's too much, but what do I know? It's still cool. We get the idea. Carnage is in it, right? It was going to come out in October of 2020. A lot of movies, of course, have had delays in their production now because of shutdowns and lockdowns and stuff like that. This has been moved to June of next year in 2021, which was the home of The Batman. The Batman got shut down as well. The new date is October of 2021, so October of next year. It seems like that's odd to have a big tentpole movie like The Batman come out in October, but with recent success of comic book movies in October, like Venom and Joker especially, it's not too exceptional if you really think about it. Plus, if they're going with Long Halloween, which I still kind of think they are, going with the Long Halloween, wouldn't October be the perfect month to release it? So that would be kind of cool, right? Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. We know Sam Raimi's on board now to direct. So it's been pushed back a little bit, yet again, from November 2021 to March 2022. Thor 4, Love and Thunder, though, has been moved up a week from February 18th of next year to February 11th. So a little bit of good news there. Scoob, the new movie, is foregoing theatrical release, and it's going to release digitally May 15th, so be on the lookout for that if you're excited. They just announced they're doing a sequel to the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark film. I still have not seen that movie. I loved that book series when I was a kid. It used to chill me to the bone. So I'm excited to check out the movie, and I'm also excited that they're doing another one. Sounds cool to me. The Saint with Chris Pine. They're bringing Chris Pine in to try to reboot the Saint franchise as a film franchise. Chris Pine trying to jump into another action franchise, start something up. The Saint, of course, the TV series, the movie with Val Kilmer. Now Chris Pine, sure, why not? I'm not the hugest Saint fan, but I hear good stuff about the Roger Moore stuff, right? Parks and Recreation. One of my favorite sitcoms ever. Love Parks and Rec. Returning this upcoming Thursday, April 30th, for a special. It's going to be a reunion special, and it's set in the current pandemic and lockdown, and it's about them kind of Leslie trying to keep everybody in touch, doing social distancing and separation and stuff like that. I don't know. It seems cool. More Parks and Rec. I'm always down for that. Love me, that show. And there's also new shows been announced. Shrink Next Door with Will Ferrell and Paul Rudd. That's all I need to know. Sounds fantastic. So that's what we got for you today. What do we got for you for the rest of the week? Tonight, Rockin Robbie Live, 7 p.m. U.S. Central Time. We're going to be talking about lots of fun stuff. I'll be doing a little bit of show and tell, showing off some new comic books I got, showing off some of my old collection, some of my personal collection, and opening up a Trapjaw action figure from He-Man, Masters of the Universe. So I'm very excited about that. Plus, Rockin Robbie Live is always a fun, exciting time. Be there tonight, 7 p.m. U.S. Central Time. We got 2 top 5 videos coming out this week. Top 5 Jonathan Hickman comic books. Top 5 DC New 52 comic books. Very excited for you to see my elaborate opinions on that. Anyway, we got all that and more. And of course, the weekly comic book review is returning with print comic books. Even though it's just 2, we're still going to be returning, and I'm very, very excited. However, that's what we got. Also, live streams. We've got our Michael Keaton PCP Army movie poll winner coming up, and we'll be reviewing that on Friday night, 8 p.m. U.S. Central Time. So lots of fun stuff. Just pay attention, subscribe, click the notification bell, all that stuff. We really do appreciate it. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you tonight on Rockin Robbie Live. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and join us over at the PCP Army. That's the official Pop Culture Philosophers Facebook group. Get on Facebook, go to PCP Army, join up, and indoctrinate others. Anyway, I've been Rockin Robbie Billups. Thanks for rocking with us. Keep on reading.